It would be light, ceiling made of glass, counter space, an ashtray for when grandma comes to visit me, space to think, green apples in a bowl. I could settle down, and it'd be something on my own. And I might have to get a real job to get the couch around. And I think I could be happy there. Read more, rise early on a Sunday morning, play my records, dance freely on the hardwood floors. I could settle down, have something of my own, and I might have to get a real job to get the couch that I want.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Started off the morning reading my book called When the Cranes Fly South. It's actually a really good book so far. I'm almost done with the book, as you can see. I think I'm around page 228 right now out of 300 something pages. So there's definitely some good parts to this book. I think this might be the fastest I've read any book ever. Like usually I try to read 10 pages per day, right? Like I said before. But sometimes when I get to like a really exciting part, I want to keep reading. So I might read 15 to 20 pages depending on the day. It's beautifully written. When I'm reading the book, it feels like I'm almost watching a movie while reading the book, if that makes sense. Every chapter, it'll go back and forth between the present moment and a memory of the past of this character named Bo. Bo is basically the main character of this book who is in his 80s, 90s, and throughout the book you can tell that, his body is becoming more fragile, his memory is starting to, be not as good as it used to be. The main theme of the book is basically talking about how his son, Hans, wants to take his dog away from him because he feels like that dog deserves a longer walk, but Bo is like getting older, so he can't go outside and walk for that long. Another sad part to the book is when we learn about Bo's wife, who is Hans' mother, right? We learn that she has dementia, so she's being taken care of at this separate care center. And when Hans and Bo went to visit her, she doesn't even remember who her own family is anymore, which is it made me kind of emotional when I was reading that part. That's why in the book, you'll often see Bo refer to his wife as you in the book, because he's trying to talk about things that are happening currently or a memory that happened in the past to try to remind his wife who she used to be, who the family that she used to be a part of. I definitely recommend reading this for sure, considering that I'm almost done with the book within like 2 to 3 weeks, which is super fast in my standard. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish my 10 pages for the day and then also finish my hot chocolate while I'm at it. Before I go anywhere, I gotta remember to put on some lotion. I feel like in the wintertime, my body just gets so dry. I notice that sometimes, like I'll look at my knees or my shin, pretty much anywhere on my body, and it'll just be ashy all the time. And so I'm really trying to emphasize, putting on lotion as often as possible. Sometimes I'll put on lotion when I leave and then a few hours later, I'll look at my hands again, and it's ashy again. I'm just like, I swear, I just put this on a few hours ago. Gotta stay hydrated around this season, but also keep your skin hydrated as well. That's very important. Literally every time before I go to bed, I put lotion like literally all over my body. Put it on my knees, my thighs, my legs, my hands most importantly. I guess there's just isn't as much humidity around the winter time, so that's why it's like my skin gets dry super easily, where it doesn't matter how many times I put on lotion, it feels like it just doesn't work at all. Better to put it on than to not put it on at all, you know what I'm saying? So I should be good now. All right, I think I'm ready to go. I went to this place called the George Peabody Library in downtown Baltimore, and let me just say, when I first went in there, I was just mesmerized. Everything about this place, from the open seating area in the middle where people can just study, read books, all that good stuff, to the beautiful railings and the skylight. I love that it allowed natural sunlight to come in. It just makes the place feel more relaxing than modern libraries. There's a total of 6 tiers of books in here, even though most people that visit can only visit the first floor. They have little stairways on the side where you can go up, but I think that's only limited to the staff. It was honestly so quiet in there that I can just hear people breathe, so I knew not to vlog and just film some B-rolls instead. I walked around the place, really got to absorb all the details of the architecture. Most of the books from this place are from the 19th century. I walked around some of the panels and got to see the titles of the books. Some of them are about the East Coast. For example, there's history about Delaware, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania. When I was looking through the books, it almost feels like I went back in time to visit this building. In my mind, the first thing that came to mind was Harry Potter and how this library looked like the Hogwarts a little bit. Overall, I really loved the vibe of this place. I had never been to a library that looks like this before. It's another one of those hidden gems in the city of Baltimore, I would say, where if you don't research about it, maybe you wouldn't know that this place even exists in the first place. So if you're ever in the city of Baltimore, maybe you want to come here. It's called the George Peabody Library. There's no tickets or anything. You can just walk in and just enjoy the place. Yo, the lighting looks so good out here. It's actually insane. I'm back at one of my favorite, if not my favorite park in Baltimore, Lake Montebello Park. I was here during the summer. I don't know if you guys remember that video where I came here to watch the sunset and went to eat ice cream afterwards. About a week ago, we had like a very heavy snow day. I'm talking about at least 14 inches. At least that's what the weather report says. Cold enough where the entire lake is pretty much frozen now. I actually like it like this. To see the water in frozen form, it looks pretty beautiful. Right now, if you go anywhere in Baltimore, it probably looks something like this, where all the snow is just piled up. Even though it was only one snow day, it snowed so much that even after a week, it feels like none of it has melted away yet. If you go to certain parks where the snow is like completely untouched, it looks so smooth, just like that. I feel like if the snow was hard enough, I would be able to like take my ski here and just ski on the hill. But obviously, as you can see by the footsteps, it's like still soft on top. It was so funny the day after it snowed. I knew I was gonna have to clean my car, right? Because I had parked it on the side of the street. And then I go to see my car, and this is what I see. Basically, to get all the snow out of the middle of the road, right, they have to put the snow somewhere, which means they're just gonna push it to the side where my car is parked. I cleaned the car itself in the morning, and I was low-key kind of giving up about trying to dig all the snow on the side of the car because there was so much. But then in the afternoon, my brother was telling me to use the dustpan that you use when you're sweeping the floor, to use that as a shovel to dig the snow to put it on the side. It took me so long, almost like the entire afternoon, where I was just using the dustpan, you know, one scoop at a time, and then building like this little mountain on the side of the car and putting all the snow there. Low-key, now that I think about it, I probably should have parked my car in a building somewhere the day before, because I knew it was gonna snow like a week beforehand, but I just didn't think it would get that bad. Well, as you can see behind me, yeah, there's quite a lot of snow. I think this is gonna be here for a while. I don't think the sun is doing much to melt it away right now. I'm gonna walk around for a little bit, and just a little bit, because it's actually kind of cold out here.